today's tutorial, we're going to take different coloured cardstocks to create this Halloween garland. Let's make this. Inspiration for this project was I just did a bit of a Google on Halloween decorations, looking for some inspiration for my project today, and I saw these really cute ones that were made by Shein. And I thought, oh, they are so easy and quick and something that you could do at home very easily. So I thought I'd have a go. I've got a little bit of cardstock at home that I am not really using, so I thought this might be a really great way of using it. The materials we'll use today are some glitter cardstock, some black cardstock. I think I got the glitter cardstock from Amazon and the black cardstock I got from Spotlight. I've also got some twine. You could use fishing line if you've got that. You could use ribbon. It's up to you. And I've also got a light grip mat. We're going to do today's project in Design Space, and we're just going to look for some images. So I've gone to the images tab. I'm going to start with a ghost, and I've gone up to the filter and I've chosen free, and I've got this cute little guy. So I'm going to use him. He's going to be my glitter pink. And I've come up with a plan of having about an 8 centimetre height for each of these little images. So I'm just having a play around now because the ghost is on an angle in the design space. I've got to actually turn it, and I'm playing around with the grid. So this is where the grid can be a really help to you, because if I just typed in 8 centimetres, it wouldn't be the right height that I'm after. But because that grid is 1 centimetre grids, I can use that, and that will help me to get the right size. Then I'm going to duplicate these guys. I'm going to do 10. I'm not sure if 10 is going to be too many, but at least I've got more than I need. So then I'm just going to, so I've duplicated that. I've got 10 of them. And now I'm going to look for a different image. So I've thought the one I saw on Shein, it was a skull, but there's no real good skulls here. So I'm not going to use that. But what I do love are black cats. I used to have a black cat, and they are quintessential Halloween, surely. So I am going to look for a bit of a cat instead. I'm going to change the colour of the ghosts as well. So I'm going to change them to pink because I want them all to be cut out of pink cardstock. And then I'm going to do a search for a cat. So I really like this one, but what I've done is I don't want the eyes. I don't want Cricut to cut out the eyes or anything like that. So I've gone down to contour and I've gotten rid of any of the holes that are inside the cat. So if I just hit hide all contours, then I've got a cat that's just the silhouette, which is perfect, I think. We don't need the eyes shining out at us unless you were going to put something behind it. So you could do, if you were doing this on a bigger scale, I would keep the eyes and maybe put some cellophane or something behind there, some yellow or some green to make it look really kind of spooky. But I'm just going to do the silhouette. I'm going to do 10 of them as well. And then all we need to do now is make. So that's how easy it is. It's so quick. And then we're just going to go to make. Now, I'm moving those. You can see now I'm moving the images around on the mat. I've got A4 sized cardstock. So what I need to do is fit all of those ghosts, if I can, onto one A4 piece. So you can see I'm turning them around and trying to fit them closer. I don't know why Design Space doesn't do this for you, but I think that's just one of its flaws. But I'm going to move them around, and then with the black cats, you can see that I can't fit them all onto an A4 page. So I'm just going to click on those 3 dots of one of those cats, and I'm going to move object, and then I need to create a brand new mat. So you can see I'm going to hit that plus button, and then it creates a new mat, and I'm going to just move 2 of those cats over. So I've got 8 of them on an A4 page, and then 2 of them are going to be on a separate piece of cardstock. Then when I go to cut them, I'm going to choose glitter cardstock for the ghosts and just a medium cardstock for the cats. Now, what I want to do is put them on the string. So I'm just going to use some hot glue. And I'm just using this ruler mainly because I want to keep the heads of the cats and the ghosts as even as possible. It's not a foolproof strategy by any means, but I'm just using it as kind of like a guide, really. I don't want to really eyeball this much. It's not that tricky because I'm just putting the glue kind of at the top little half of the head of each of the ghost and the cat, but the ruler is kind of helping as well. So I'm starting with the cat, and it's going to have the end of the garland. I'm going to stick this onto a shelf, and I'm just going to use blue tack. So I'm going to put blue tack behind the head of each of the cats at one end and the other end and stick them onto the shelf that way. So I don't need to hook them. If you were going to use a hook, you would have to leave a little bit of that twine and have it so that you could turn it into a loop so that it could hang off a hook. But because I'm blue tacking it on, I've put the string right at the end of the cat's head. And then you can see I've pulled the string as it's not super tight, but it's certainly not floppy. So then we've got a pretty good symmetry as to where each of these ghosts and each of these cats sit. The tricky bit about the cat is that the middle of the cat's body is not actually the head, because the tail is so loopy. At the other end, it's quite a long piece. So I did think about measuring and trying to do it that way, but instead I've just gone with a feel. I've eyeballed it a bit to work out where the cats and the ghosts sit and just fit it in that way. So that I've got, it's about 0.5 centimetre between each one as it lies flat. So then when it curves, it's going to look a little bit bigger, but as it lies flat, it's about 0.5 centimetre to 1 centimetre between each of these little guys. So I'm just going to speed that up. How quick was that? So because it's hot glue, it's nearly instantly dry. So you just have to keep plodding along. And you could do this at any length. You could change the size of these even and have each of the shapes, an A5 size or a A4 size even, and have them as a big garland around a room or something like that. But I really like the cute daintiness of these. How great is this little project? It was so quick and so easy, particularly if you know what image you want to use. It took, 3 minutes to make it in reality. And because I made it at the size I did, the cutting didn't take very long either because I really only used 3 mats. If I'd made the cats a little bit smaller or chosen a different cat shape, I could have even got away with using just 1 mat for each colour. The glitter cardstock, I've not used it before, and I'm sure I've got it from Amazon, but it was none of the glitter came off. It's a really cool, and it's nice and thick too. So I'll try and link it in the description below. So try and get on that if you're looking for some cardstock. A great project if you are a beginner. because it's just looking at images and thinking about different cardstocks and how they can be cut, as well as thinking about what parts of your design do need to be cut. So like I said before, I didn't cut the eyes out of the cat, and thinking about why you wouldn't do that. If you were doing this on a bigger scale, you obviously could do a whole heap of different things. But I think this is a great little project, and I hope you have enjoyed it. And I'll see you next week for another market vlog. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget, you can always jump on my Instagram, head over to my Etsy store, or even check out the videos YouTube recommends for you down below.